Big Mom's house. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah.
Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. Mama and Papa here today to talk to you about Welcome to Plathville, Season 5, Episode 3.
Hello, y'all.
And this is the last episode of the catching up part of this series, because from here on out everything has already been covered in the current stuff.
Yeah, it's been taking a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking us a while to get everybody caught up and everything, because you don't want to release dump them all in one day and overwhelm people and all that. So we're trying to do it slow and steady to, get everybody acclimated and caught up to the show so that you can enjoy the rest of the season and know what's what.
Yep.
And we do have episodes 4, 5, and 6 and 7, right? Are already down and up there for you guys. So once this is over, everything is already up there for you to get caught up for the rest of the season before Tuesday. So, again, one more time, we're going to say thank you to each and every one of you who are listening. We appreciate you. We know you have a million options to choose from as far as what to watch or listen to or anything else. And the fact that you're giving us a chance, it really means a lot to us, and we appreciate you. So thank you for everyone who's liked us or made a comment or subscribe because it's free.
Free.
We really, really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So season 5, episode 3. My opinion, just opening on the show. We're not gonna
start with Olivia again, are we? We start with almost every show with Olivia.
No, this is about Kim. I know Kim's really proud of her legs, and they're nice. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But in my middle-aged opinion, okay, I her new wardrobe of crazy short skirts is inappropriate. That's all she ever wears, and it's literally I don't know how she's wearing underwear and they're not showing.
I think she's actually going through a female midlife crisis.
Oh, totally. And again, once you're you've been kind of kept in the closet for a while, for so many years, because she was just as, what's the word I'm looking for? Isolated and
just like the kids.
Exactly, as bad as the kids was.
Yeah.
So she's got to learn everything, and she's going through a lot of changing and growing and all that stuff really fast, just like they are. So you would think that they could have a little bit of compassion for that.
She did have her party days before that, though. So it's a little different than the kids.
Well, true, but she also, that's the whole point, was that she wanted to keep her kids from that life.
Yeah, but you can't.
Because bad things happen when you are in that life sometimes.
Because the kids grow up.
My opinion is just have some self-respect and be classy. You can be classy and be sexy and show off some leg and all that without looking like you're, trying to be 14 years old.
Yeah.
Wearing spandex mini skirts. It's just, that's just my opinion. You got nice legs, good for you, but there's a time and a place, man. So anyway, Micah arrives at her apartment, and he's been staying with his dad at the big house. His relationship with his mom has changed a lot, and they've become friends, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
Yes. He said he always thought his parents were perfect together. And Kim says that's partly because parents try really hard not to burden their kids with their problems, especially when the kids are younger.
Yeah.
Totally, we get that.
We've had younger kids.
We try not to fight in front of them, argue, things like that, because you don't want little kids seeing that stuff all the time. And so she said she could have the choice of staying in the marriage the rest of her life and being unhappy, or leave and maybe be with someone she has a deep connection with.
Does she really have a deep connection, though? Okay, we're sorry. I shouldn't bring that up because it's a totally different episode. But
yeah, that's a major spoiler for down the road. And if these guys don't know what's happening yet, yeah.
It just came out of my mouth.
So kind of a spoiler. Ignore that last part. Just I don't know what else to do. She said that she has lost friends due to leaving Barry, and that
Then they
was,
weren't really friends then.
well, that was mostly the quote friends she had that was in the
Church.
conservative community. Yeah, so
So they're
leaving
not really friends, Kim.
exactly, but that's what she was even saying then, that she found out who her true friends were.
Yeah, yeah.
And Micah said that it's weird to think of you dating. And she said that she hopes that Barry finds someone to make him happy. And that really surprised him because he thought that she wouldn't want to.
What is she gonna say to her kids though?
But I mean, here's the thing though.
With the camera rolled.
She's done with him. So, like, she's totally and completely over him. She doesn't love him anymore. She wants him to be someone else's problem so that he'll quit, making her the bad guy and moping about, like, he's the wronged housewife.
But human nature, okay? You get fired from a job, you want that job to fail. You get dumped by a, boyfriend, girlfriend, you want revenge. I mean, she's had issues with Barry.
Yeah,
okay?
but she is so, like.
So she doesn't, I don't think for real, all right? She does not want him to be happy because she was never happy with him.
I don't know about that because, like, whenever my ex and I were at the end, I was just like, you do you. You be happy. I don't care as long as you're leaving me alone and you stop, like, harassing me. Find someone else, please.
Yeah.
But of course, the next chick he found lived across the state, which means he didn't see his kids for the next, however long. Anyway, that's a whole different story on a different podcast. You'll all hear about that if you go on our personal ones. Anywho, and Micah says he still has a lot of questions for her, but he isn't really comfortable asking them of his mom.
Especially when she's wearing a short skirt.
Oh my gosh. No, I just think it's like there are some things that, it's awkward to ask a parent.
Yeah.
Even if you're like kind of becoming friends with that parent, like you still got to have some, not everybody has Amber's balls, and will just ask mom the hard questions.
Yeah. No, you're right. But I'm thinking, does she really have that, or was she just put up to it from the other sibs and the camera crew, or like the TLC crew?
Well, I think they encouraged her to film her reaction, and I think now that she's hit 13, I think the parents are kind of more encouraging her to join the cast, instead of just being the little girls in the background, because they need new blood to keep it interesting.
True.
So then we're back in Tampa, and Lydia Grace is visiting Olivia and Nathan still, while Ethan is working on his cars in Caro. And
go figure, huh?
Olivia says she doesn't know if she's not a Christian anymore, but she's definitely does not want organized religion. What happened to, like, I asked like a few episodes ago, or maybe it was last season, I forget. Like, when they first started out moving to Tampa, they were so excited because they had their new church and all their new friends. And, like, what happened?
I don't think Olivia was ever, going to be a churchy person. And that's fine. Because I don't think she believes.
Because they went from them being off on their own and being so happy finding a church, and Ethan was happy with the church, and then they never mention it again.
A lot happens off the camera.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I wonder if there was more drama with Olivia.
Sure, yeah. There's always drama with Olivia.
So we found out that Lydia Grace lives in Maryland, and there was a lot of competition between all of them growing up. And I guess having, 9 siblings, not including yourself, that is a lot of competition for time and attention from parents and wanting to feel special and an individual in that kind of a group. And so then they're just all hanging out doing sisterly stuff, and Nathan comes in and they convince him to let them put makeup on him. And I have so many thoughts.
Maybe we shouldn't say them on air.
First of all, I think he looks better in the makeup than they do. Second of all, I'm not aware of many 19-year-old dudes who are willing to just sit down and let their sisters put makeup on them.
He was raised with two sisters, though. So he was.
There's a lot more sisters, and there were more brothers. There was 10 of them.
Oh, true. But I mean, there's probably more sisters than brothers. And I think he was closest to the ones he's with now.
Yeah, but I have issues, not with the fact that he wears makeup. Don't get me wrong. I don't care about that. But, I mean, I just feel like maybe there's, like, some subtle things they're trying to tell us that they're not just coming out and saying.
That he shouldn't be singing the songs he was singing then.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, okay, if you are a certain way, just be that way. Don't try to hide it and be like, give us little hints about shit that we've already suspected. I
mean, the first time I seen him on the show, I suspected it.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's some things that you can some, actions.
And there are a lot of dudes who have more effeminate, like,
Yeah.
the way they move
Behaviors.
and things and they're totally straight, and that's great, and that's fine. And we're not saying anything against gay people or bi people or whoever, but just be who you are and don't like be shady about it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, be open.
And don't write songs against it. If you're like that.
Right? Crazy. So then we get to Olivia's explanation of that whole music theft thing that we heard about. Was it last episode from Mariah's point of view?
So this is probably Olivia's, point of view, not the truth.
Well, there's always three sides to the story, every time.
Mm-hmm.
So she says when Mariah wanted to release music, but she wanted to release music, but didn't know how. So she went to LA to be with Mariah, quote, because I did all the work, all the accounts were in my name. So over the summer, when Mariah decided we were going our separate ways and not being friends anymore, she went to access all those accounts and she couldn't because they were all in my name. And my credit card was on file for most of the accounts because she didn't know how to do all that. So then I got this email saying, you stole all my copyrighted music. If you don't give it back to me immediately, I will take you to court. She also accused me of stealing all the money made from her music.
And that's probably true.
I was so shocked, it took me a few days to process. So I downloaded all the financial reports showing I didn't receive any money, and then it all went into her bank account. And here's every file you gave me. Okay, I have so many thoughts and opinions. First of all,
you don't have any proof. First of all, it's all her saying.
Well, no, but here's the thing: theft or not, okay, I understand how if she went on there finally, saw her bank account or whatever credit card, and thought, oh, well, where's my money going? And being freaked out because there's a whole situation going on between them at the time, a lot of emotions. And Mariah said in the last episode, I think it was, or sometime, that she knows she made a mistake.
Yeah.
But my opinion is this, okay? We know Olivia very well by now. Olivia doesn't get asked to do anything. She jumps in and volunteers.
Yep.
I'm sure it was Mariah was like, oh, I don't really know how to do this. And Olivia's like, oh, I know how. Let me show you. I'll do it right here. And instead of saying, here, I'll teach you on this app. They're all pretty much the same. You just put in your information, whatever, over and over, basically, is what you do, because I did it for ours. And yes, it is a learning process. It is not easy. Every one of them is a little bit different, just to screw with you. But it's possible to learn had Olivia wanted her to know that information and to be able to do it for herself.
She did not want Mariah to do it.
Exactly. Olivia likes being needed. She likes having the control over people and like the control of like, oh, I know how to do this and I'll do it for you.
Then she has them under her finger.
Exactly. So now they're dependent on her for that.
Olivia, you are the worst agent ever.
Well, she's not even an agent. I think she was just trying to be helpful, But at the same time, like, you can't do something for someone all the time and then be, resentful about it. If you don't say, hey, let me teach you, or you really need to learn this because of XYZ,
This is my opinion, Olivia.
Yeah.
All right? She's the type of person, she'll help you. All right? Like, you could be dying and she might have to give you CPR. But she'll need something from you in return before she administers it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's my view on Olivia.
Yeah, I just like we all know how she is. She jumps in and does all this stuff, and I'm just like, and yet now you're resentful about it because she's not willing to kiss your ass forever.
Yeah.
And support everything you do, even when she thinks you're wrong. That's not okay.
Nope.
So then Lydia Grace says to Olivia and Nathan, where are your relationships at right now with the Plaths? Nathan says, Micah and Mariah have chosen to cut us out of their lives. I'm still hurt about it. And it feels like I gave a lot to keep those people happy and they just turn it back on you.
Nathan, what did you give?
Right. I'm like, what did you give a lot to keep those people happy?
You're barely on an episode. First of all.
Right. Like, nobody's here to see you.
No, nobody cares about Nathan.
And it's just, and then they go back and forth between serious talk and nonsense. So first they had the serious talk, then they did the makeup nonsense. Now they did serious talk. And now they're all going to twerk and play on the stripper pole that is in the house. Um, and I'm just like, I'm not sure if these are adults or children or um they're all just very immature. And
Yeah,
they're also narcissistic. It kills me. It's like they don't even see how fucking selfish every single one of them are all the
I
time.
think Lydia Grace has a chance.
Yeah, she's not like them at all.
Yeah,
She's
but I've given up on Olivia, and I've never had any time for Nathan.
and then but then it goes somewhere a little happier. And we're with Mariah and she is doing a ballroom dance lesson. And she said she is happy living alone with Blackjack. And her dance partner is unfortunately named Max.
Yep, that's funny.
And they're practicing for the competition. But Max is from the Ukraine and he has a very thick accent. And we all know that Mariah is not the most worldly girl that ever lived. And so
Yeah.
she even talks about how even though there's a language barrier, like with dance, you don't need to talk. And I think that's awesome. And the fact that she looks so graceful and at peace and mature and just confident and happy when she's dancing. And I'm so happy that she found something like that for herself, you know? And she said she's trying to find who she is and what she loves. And she's getting baptized and that she thinks that's gonna make a step forward in her life. And she also wants to try to repair the relationship with Ethan.
Yeah.
You know, because they were close, you know, and I'm sure it hurt both of them when all this went on, you know. So then we've got Micah, Isaac, and Barry bowling, and it's boys' night.
And none of them are real good bowlers, just so you know.
Not great ones, but one of them wasn't bad. He only had to.
They edited. Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, they edited the good spots. Yes.
And so Barry learned what drip is, and I think that's just so dumb that he's trying to like use.
Nobody uses drip.
Unless you're in the inner city, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. Not in the country. We don't.
Inner city Cairo is probably the only place
we don't use drip. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm just like, anyone else get a vibe off of Barry?
Like a weird vibe?
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't want to be their dad anymore. He wants to be like their best homie.
I don't know. To me, he's always just giving me a creep vibe, like 100% all the time.
Now, I think he's a little bit more creepier now than he was when the show first started.
Yeah, like he's trying to wear the tight shirts like Micah, and
he's not. He's
trying to learn these stupid like slang words that
lift
nobody
all you
uses.
want, Barry. You're not gonna fit in those tight shirts. You're not gonna look.
Well, no matter how good you look, you're still a butterface.
Well, and he's still 50. You know, so I mean.
It's not even about his age. He's just.
It is.
As soon as he opens his mouth, it's like, oh, dude, you're so ugly.
But no, but you can't be 50 and pretend that you're 20.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Okay,
I think he's trying to find a new woman, is what he's doing. So
that's fine. I mean, good for him.
Right, do you? But just quit being a creep about it. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so in order to get to 300, they each had to eat however many hot dogs it took to make up the points. And each hot dog was 15 points.
Oh my, 15 pins, by the way, it's pins.
Well, no, they said, I know, but they said points. It's getting to 300 anyway.
It's really pins.
So, Barry says that hot dogs are contrary to his diet, but, quote, once in a while, you drench yourself in exception. Who the fuck talks like that?
Barry.
But why?
Barry on air?
Why? It's so
fucking
weird and it's creepy. That's what I'm saying. He's just a fucking creeper.
He's trying to make himself sound smarter.
And oh, God. So anyway, Barry had to eat 9 hot dogs. Isaac and Micah each had to eat 11. And that's with a bun. Okay? And I'm looking at like one of those, maybe 2. No way.
I had 2 yesterday and I was full.
And they talk about how much fun it would have been with Ethan there. And then Barry says there's still tension between certain siblings because of a post a number of months ago. Quote, I'm not inserting myself into that. I played a long game, especially with Ethan. I can go a number of weeks or months and he doesn't respond to text or calls. He's not going to get rid of me that easily. And
he has, because you haven't replied.
The verbiage he uses, he played a long game,
Yeah.
especially with Ethan. What does that mean? What other long game are you playing? What the fuck are you talking? That is so weird.
Especially if he's the one texting and messaging Ethan.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And Ethan's the one
like,
playing
I
the long game.
understand he's talking about maybe being patient and waiting for
He's
Ethan to
not.
come around.
Not if he keeps texting him.
But I'm like, it's just so fucking, it's weird.
Yeah.
And so Micah ended up eating only 7. Isaac ate all 11, so he wins. And Isaac says, I'm never eating another hot dog again.
I'm sure Isaac probably burned that off the next day, though.
But I'm just saying, like, if you had to, like, force yourself and you could tell they were forcing themselves at the end, yeah, I would never want to
See,
get
I don't
either.
understand where the bun comes into play, because if it's just hot dogs, it's just hot dogs.
Exactly.
It's not, if you have to eat this hot dog and bun
Right.
for 15 pence,
Right.
you know, or points, sorry. But the real bowler, vocabulary, it's pins,
Yes.
not
Yes.
points.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for the correction. I
You're
apologize.
welcome. No problem.
I was just quoting.
I know. I was just
The
telling Barry.
person
I was just telling
itself.
Barry in the class.
I know it's pins.
Yeah.
But obviously they don't.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
quoting. Okay. So then we're back with freaking Nathan, and he's singing and picking while his sisters and
He's not good,
their neighbor Ryan watch at their local coffee bar open mic night.
and he's not very good.
I mean, okay, he's a karaoke singer. You know,
He's a bad karaoke. He's your typical people make fun
I'm
of
not
karaoke singers.
saying he's a bad singer at all. I mean, I'd say he's like an average dude singer. No, not bad.
There's like what, 5 people watching him.
But I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's a bad singer. I'm just saying, I know he's playing his own music, and some of it is.
Not very good.
Well, I'm just wondering why you didn't play your
Controversial.
racial song, your racist song, whenever you were at the coffee house in Tampa.
Yeah.
You know, I was just curious about that one.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to put it on the show.
The one you have on YouTube, I believe it is.
You look it up, people. You got it on YouTube.
And so Olivia says she used to go there with Mariah, and part of her is sad, but part of her is relieved because she feels used in that relationship. No, bitch. You inserted yourself. You offer shit to people. They don't ask you. You jump at every chance to lure them away from their family and make them more dependent on you. You made those choices. You were the oldest one. You were the adult to half of them at the time.
Yep.
So, no, you do not get to play the victim now.
What was Mariah, 17 or something at the time?
Yeah.
16, 17?
Yeah. So it's like, no, you don't get to play the victim here. No, no, no. Naughty. Bad Olivia. I'm going to whack you with a newspaper. Oh, not you, my May. My May is the bestest girl in the world. You're a good girl. Olivia's naughty, not you. You're good. Okay, sorry everybody. She got upset when she heard the B word. So then Olivia once again love bombs all the people in her life with monetary things, and she gives her a fiddle because she loves to play the fiddle and she's very good at it, so that she could play along with Nathan. And then we're back with Ethan finally in Cairo, and he's finishing his 37 Plymouth, and he's working on his Chevy before they move to Minnesota. And he says he ran into Micah and his dad a couple of times. And they think the family isolated Olivia. And they only want to do things with him and not her. And that's not okay with him. Well, he's mostly upset with Mariah because he felt like they were so close. And he had gone out of his way to help her. And so did Olivia. And he feels like, quote, we were stabbed in the back with a switchblade.
Wow. You invited yourself on a trip, by the way, all.
I wonder who said it first. Was it him or Cody about getting stabbed in the back? Cody said it was like getting stabbed in the kidneys, and he's saying it's like getting stabbed in the back with a switchblade.
Nobody on this podcast.
I wonder if
super
PLC
weird.
tells them, hey, say something like being stabbed in the back without saying stabbed in the back.
Maybe.
It's crazy. Like,
Are they trying to make Ethan out to be like Cody?
it's weird. Like, sometimes the similarities are odd. And then he says, on top of it all, she disappeared, and I can't contact her because I'm blocked. It really bothers me.
Well, maybe you should have been an asshole, Ethan.
Well, also, that's the exact same thing that his mom's been going through.
Yeah.
Being isolated, everybody wants to hang out with everybody but her.
Yeah.
Everybody's blocked her, so they can't even, like, talk it out. And, yeah, you feel exactly the way your mom's been feeling for the last 4.5 years, dude. How does that feel? Are you happy that you made your mom that miserable? Huh? Are you happy about that? Imagine doing that to your child. Okay? Could you imagine doing that to your child? I don't think so. So stop it.
Or your siblings.
Right? It's like the chopsticks must be so good.
And we don't have favorites here on the show.
I
mean, if
report
you've
it
done
the
wrong-
way I see it.
If you've done wrong on an episode, we're gonna let you know.
We're gonna call you out on
Yeah.
it. Just like we call each other out on it.
Olivia has done wrong on every episode, so she gets called
It's
out
ridiculous.
every episode.
And here's the thing. Okay, now Ethan does own up to his part in the relationship issues with Mariah. He says, I quote, I'm not exempt from creating the issues we have. He says he was wrong for venting to Micah and Mariah about his personal issues with Olivia, and what he was resentful about, right? And he said prior to going to Europe, he had a lot of pent up frustration that he didn't tell Olivia about. Instead of talking to her and figuring it out, I held it in, he says. Then he ended up venting it to Micah and Mariah, who formed their own opinions from that. And it just made everything worse. So he is owning up to it.
Yeah.
He admits he did wrong. It wasn't the right thing to do. And, at least he can see realistically, hey, I'm not perfect. He may be getting those severe narcissistic, poor me, everyone's out to get me tendencies.
Like Olivia.
Like Olivia does.
Or Barry.
And Barry. Or, in my opinion, Cody, Robin, and the like. But
Different show.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's all very, very similar. And it just... At least he can see that he was wrong as part of it. That's all I can say. So then we are with Mariah, and she is getting baptized. And she says the whole family is there except for Ethan and Olivia. But she also invited her closest friends. Here's my opinion.
And we didn't see any of these people before.
Oh, no. I mean, they're her friends.
So they could be, extras.
I mean, I don't think so, but it could be. I mean, I don't know what part of... I mean, this was last year, so COVID was...
Yeah, true.
The restrictions were mostly gone.
Yeah.
She showed up with no makeup, her hair not done. I think she looked prettier and...
I couldn't tell the difference.
Than when she does with all of her makeup on. I think she looked way more beautiful. And I know black is her favorite color. But showing up in a long sleeve, like, thermal t-shirt, a mid-thigh miniskirt, and black combat boots, maybe not the best outfit choice for getting in a cold pond to get baptized.
No.
I'm just like...
You think she made her pick that choice on purpose?
Like, okay, I know you want to look cute and all, but change after it when you have... Because most people have, like, a little baptism
we're
party.
black. We're black while you're doing that, because it doesn't show nothing.
Yeah, I mean, totally. But maybe, like, the mini skirt and the combat boots were a little much. I would love to hear from her why she chose that. Like, was it something that just made her feel confident? Was it just her favorite outfit? But
did she know she was actually going to go into the lake?
Oh, well, yeah, she knows. She's been, okay, we'll get to that. Hang on.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler.
No. And then Mariah said she wanted Barry to baptize her, which is great. Micah was shocked because a couple months ago, she didn't know what she believed.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that isn't what happens. Sometimes the Lord just does speak to you. You know?
think Barry coerced her, gave her some...
Coerced,
pushed her,
no. But
shoved
I
her?
think he was always encouraging his children back to the religious part of it. And she said that she can still be a rebel. She's just changing what she's rebelling against. And she was baptized as a kid. But this is more meaningful to her because she actually chose it. She did it before as a kid just because her sisters were doing it. No, her sisters were doing it, and so she wanted to do it too.
I'm sure Barry and Kim made them do it.
And Lydia said it's beyond thrilling that Mariah is getting baptized, and she looked like, I understand that she's very religious, okay, and it's very, very like a whole part, the whole of her life basically. But the look on her face and the way she was just like crying when she went in the water, I'm just like.
You mean Lydia?
Yes, Lydia.
Okay.
I was just like, again, a little bit with the creepy. You know what I mean? It's just very...
There's nothing wrong with religion.
It's
Okay.
just very intense.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with religion, but some people can just take it too far.
Oh, you know,
And
I
I-
mean,
and I
I am a
think-
Christian woman. I firmly have my beliefs in the Lord and all that.
And I think Lydia takes it just a little too creepily far.
Yeah, like be a nun. Just do it.
Just be a nun and don't watch those movies.
Oh my, stop. Again, it's Halloween and everything will come back to
Yep.
scary movies in October, y'all.
Yep.
So I'm sorry. Barry said that 3 years ago, Mariah didn't want to live with them because of the rules, and so she left, but her journey brought her back. And I want to say, from my personal viewpoint, I think Mariah looked exceptionally happy after the baptism was over. So I'm very, very happy for her. I don't have any other thoughts about this episode. What about you?
Nope, I'm good to go on this episode.
Well, I hope you guys
Kind of
enjoyed
flat,
it. We're
boring.
yeah, not really boring and flat. It was just
Yeah, for me.
there's other episodes with so much more drama,
Yeah.
which makes it interesting, I guess. But these are the ones that I like because they kind of end happy, with a happy note, and not all of them do. So I always like looking for the happy in any situation. I try anyway. But until next time, you guys, please use your turn signals,
Subscribe.
buckle your seatbelts,
Subscribe.
spay and neuter your pets,
Subscribe.
and please be kind. And thank you guys again for all your likes and our couple of comments
Yep.
and the subscribing, because it does
Thank
mean
you,
a
thank
lot
you.
to us. Lets us know that there are people listening and that what we do, it kind of matters to some people, and that helps us a lot. So until next time, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.